I'm thinking about buying a game, but I feel bad about buying Switch games right now because I still have such a great blockbuster catalog.
What game is it?
I mean,
I really feel so stupid about this, but what have you guys heard about the Hot Wheels Unleashed game?
I'm not
no.
even know they made a fucking game.
I saw some of that, and I heard.
First of all, you should be into it because it has a Koenigsegg in the fucking game. I want to talk about it for two reasons. One, I would like to buy the physical game, but I don't want to because I have such a catalog to go through. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I do, but I say that I don't have 10 unwrapped games sitting at my house.
Yeah.
And plus all the other games I've never touched.
I feel like I need to get through 10 or 15 of those before I feel good about buying.
Yeah, I mean, I joked that, you probably shouldn't buy any more games, but if you want a game, I mean, fuck it.
So,
oh my God,
like I said, two reasons.
Koenigsegg.
I've been watching some of the YouTubers that I subscribe to play the game, and I've seen for a long time they were putting out trailers and gameplay trailers and shit. And I wasn't that into it until the guy I watched was like, this game is actually really, really fun. And the driving is there's some drifting, it's really fun. But one thing that I felt is they missed a huge opportunity because there's a ton of cars in the game. But what if they made it so that if you buy a car off the shelf, Hot Wheels at Target, and you were either able to amiibo or scan it in.
Man, the Toys to Life thing is kind of dead though.
Dude, but I'm saying this would have been huge for them.
That was the thing that you would have to have figured out. They would have had to start putting that in their cars since the 90s.
Well, or re-release all of the ones that are in the game.
Well, yeah, I'm saying when the game comes out, you have a new line of toys. Maybe it's 100, maybe it's a couple hundred. Think about how much money they would make.
Dude,
when a kid says,
dude,
I can buy that $3.99. Think of it as a physical DLC.
Mason, I love what you're saying, but if you didn't hear what I just said, that they tried to do this and it's
done. What was the name of that game? It was fucking
Starfield.
Skylanders?
No. Skylanders.
Well,
hold
on.
I'm not talking about stuff like that.
That is what you're talking about.
I know, but I'm talking more about the fact that let's say for example that you buy. I know what Skylanders is.
Yeah,
I know, and I know how that failed. But I'm saying Skylanders didn't have the market. What's the term? They didn't have the market majority that Hot Wheels does for cars for kids.
They did a Lego game with it too.
I'm pretty pissed, man. Go ahead.
What is that game called? Look, I understand what you're saying, and I do think it's cool, but I'm just saying they've tried that with stuff. I understand Hot Wheels is a bigger IP, and kids love Hot Wheels, but I just still feel like that kind of thing is annoying because once you get into it, it's especially as a kid where you buy your kid a game and then it's every car in the game you need to buy the physical for.
That's where it's different.
Or you spend DLC.
I'm talking about strictly
it just unlocks it.
Let's say for example there's 200 cars in the game and there's an extra 100 or 200 that you can get DLC, or you can buy the physical car and you can scan a QR code for your account or something.
Yeah.
Or you can type in a scratch off that says put in this code and you get the
I'm
card.
with it. I'm just saying it's the same whether there's only 50% of the cars you have to have the physical or buy separately, or it's 10 cars or whatever. It's still just more DLC that comes out. And like I said, I think it's a cool idea, and I felt I'm surprised that it did fail, but I think that no one wants to touch any Toys to Life stuff again anytime soon.
Well,
dude, I think you guys are wrong. I really think that was a big opportunity they missed. Those cars sell like hotcakes.
I've got two things to say. I think I'd rather spend money on a physical piece of something I can resell as DLC, which I know the resale value is not very high a lot of the times for that type of thing. But how much money have I fucking spent on Roblox money? Robux
on Fortnite bucks
for no reason, for to make my kid happy, which is fine. But recently, I learned that shit that she's purchased just can get deleted, and it's gone, and she doesn't get her money back.
It's user content.
Yeah, so someone can make a shirt, and then if it's got Hello Kitty's face on it, Sanrio can be like, nope. take that down right now, and it doesn't. Lena's money never gets returned to her.
No, look, I get it, and that's why I do think the Toys to Life thing was cool. Most of them were like, you can't sell it if you want to continue to use it, though it wasn't a scan and you're done type deal. You'd have to do it every time you played. I think it's a really cool idea. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe your point is just that if anyone could have done it, Hot Wheels could have because they sell well. I get that, but I still just feel like I'm kind of thinking that nobody likes that.
Are they owned by Bandai? Who owns fucking Hot Wheels?
I feel like Hot Wheels video games were not first. It was Hot Wheels diecast cars have been hot for over 50 years.
I get
and
that.
And so if you accompany the game, or I'm sorry, you accompany the physical cars, the toys, with a game, imagine being able to say, look, I own this car and I can now put it in the game. I just feel like they missed a big opportunity, or at least making...
I hear what you're saying, but I also hear what he's saying. We're like,
yes,
they probably thought about that and we're like, it didn't work for anybody else. Why is it going to work for us?
The only thing...
But how much money do they really lose?
I mean, it costs... I mean, like
it's got to cost something
already
to fucking put a chip inside of those cars to make them readable.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe you don't put the chip in.
And then how do you fucking figure it out?
Let's say that there's a... you create an account with Mattel or with Hot Wheels, and you register the cars that you've purchased with them, and they say that's going to be in the game. Okay, we see that your account is tied.
Yeah, but I think you would want to make that easy for a child because that's an account now that you've got to set up. That's blah 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 blah.
Or a limited run amiibo.
Amiibo is just NFC chip onto the console. It's done.
Yeah, and Amiibo's Nintendo. Strictly they don't.
Yeah, well, Hot Wheels Unleashed is on Switch, but
and
that's
that's on
what
PC.
I'm saying.
How are you gonna do that for PC? It's on PS4, which I guess Skylanders was on PS4.
There's an attachment for those.
Yeah, it's like a plug-in attachment.
Okay, so maybe there's a third thing you need to purchase then. But I don't know. I don't disagree with your take. I am a little bit pissed off that this game to get everything is fucking $90.
Oh, the
Hot
DLC.
Wheels?
It's $50 for the game.
There's like a
collector's edition which has the Pass Volume 1, which means there's probably going to be a Volume 2 of new cars you can download.
Oh, for sure.
So it's $90 to get everything right now.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I didn't know that, but I
two thumbs down.
I just feel like that'd be so cool. Imagine, I just think about myself going to Target and seeing a fucking cool diecast like Hot Wheels car, and I'm like, I can put this in the game if I want. Like that, I think it's really cool, and I know that's probably dated, and I know that Skylanders wasn't a huge success, but like Skylanders, I don't know, but I don't think they had a big hot selling toy line before they started the game.
No, I mean they like nabbed Spyro and put them in there, but that was it. They had a Legos game that did the same thing. They've had like Disney with all their properties did the same thing where they had like Marvel and stuff brought in there. I forget, I can't remember this fucking game's name, the space one where they got Star Fox stuff on the Nintendo version. I don't know, like I do think they're cool ideas. I think as a kid that would have been awesome for me in general, but again, it's just like physical stuff you have to own to really get this stuff in the game, which I like it as an option where if they're going to have DLC, there's a physical option if you want to do that. You can go buy each car instead of buying the pass or whatever to get all the cars in the game. I mean, that's neat, but I don't feel like they should require that ever in a game anymore.
I agree.
And it also just adds on like a layer of all those games. It wouldn't be the same for Hot Wheels, but a problem with all those games is you need a certain type of gun on your spaceship, or you need a certain type like element of character in Skylanders, and you know they give you some free ones or whatever that are built into the base game, but if you want to have variety, you go and buy different toys, and then it's really just like gatekeeping you from content because otherwise you only get a set amount of stuff.
I will say that I really like what Pokemon did with their cards, how they include
the code card.
Yeah, but the code card, and I've redeemed 95% of the cards that I've had, and I have a shit ton of cards on the trading card game online.